It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright.
Hey there, Internet World. My name is David.
And I'm David.
And this is
Days of Our Lives.
Today we have a very special guest in store for you today.
Hi, I'm Andrew Reynolds. What else was I say?
Andrew's going to talk to us about cinema, and he's also going to tell us a little bit about the Mira Costa Film Club.
The film club, and it's basically a club where we wanted to actually bring a lot of interest in film and start networking from that.
Okay.
And we don't really have much of a film group to begin with at Mira Costa, and
How big is the club?
Right now it is about 100 members or so.
That's really good.
That's insane, especially for a community college club, man.
Yes.
We started it last semester, so I guess somewhere in January we started building up people and getting people interested in it. We've yet to do some real major projects, and that's what we really want to do. We have our president named Oisin Barrett, and he's our president, and I'm the vice president, and we're working to try to do more movies, get more interest, and get more of a community together that is interested in film. Because a lot of times, if you are an independent director and you've got a very base budget or something like that, it's hard to find directors, cinematographers, music people, all those kind of people. So the club was a way where you can actually kind of branch out and find these people and kind of network, as I said before. It is my goal to actually try to make something of a either enter a film festival or make our own film festival. So I guess
pretty much everybody here wants to do some sort of film work and everything. So who are some people that you think you would be kind of basing your style off of? Who's someone that really influences you guys?
It's hard just to even talk about what directors kind of influence you, because there's a lot of directors you probably get influenced from.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of styles that you can kind of take interest to. I don't want to say that I want to be one of those directors. I want to try to find something that works.
Yeah, everybody eventually wants to find their own style, but I think...
Yeah.
But it starts with a synthesis of different influences, and then that twists into your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this stage, all of our imagination comes from things we've seen.
Yeah.
Very few of it is original, if ever, if that's even a thing. So I think that there is a lot of people that you...
Well, I'm going to quotate it then, my original thought.
Yeah.
It's I don't care if somebody else thought it, it's well, I thought it. But yeah, so I'm definitely I do take a lot of time to sit down and look over somebody's work, and it would help too. I have my brother too, Brandon, who's off screen right now. No, he's not. But we both take time to really digest and kind of turn things in and out and everything. We even loved. I think it was your guys' conversation when you talked about Hunger Games and how ultimately it does have some bit of satire of how you play into the world and everything. So it definitely has its own message. So I definitely want to try to find by kind of digesting all these movies and learning what they do, then I can better understand what I should do to make the movie.
Did you guys see Like Crazy?
Oh yeah.
That movie was...
There was some truth in that.
There was, but
it's sad.
Because I went to go see with Madison and Veronica and Alex, and it affected us.
4 people
strongly.
Break someone's heart like that. You got to put it back together somehow too.
If
that isn't your intent to make a good movie, you can make a good movie and destroy everybody in the audience, or you can make a good movie and have it depends on your message, really.
It really does. You can have a happy ending in it.
It can still be really good.
And it's,
Up.
Yeah, or
500 Days. I still have to say 500 Days of Summer. It tells a lot of truth to relationship and everything, because they ultimately had a relationship where everyone always assumes that the guy has to get the girl.
Yeah. And in this case, you just have to learn to let go.
Which kind of
How many other movies have that message where you have to learn to let go of the old relationship?
None. Literally none.
I still
usually happens.
Wait, no, Up again.
Yeah. God damn, that movie's so good.
That never really tells you. It's they lived happily ever after, and then she died. And then he had to live the last 45 of these years alone.
Wait, what?
I was imagine if a story told that. It's okay. That's a truth about life.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Or another one where it's like.
There are movies out there that have that message.
It
and,
would
like,
be
they
like,
get down and, like
two people in like the later life, and then one of them dies, and then the other one dies a couple months later.
That would be depressing, but it's
that would
actually
actually
really
be kind of
good.
depressing.
Well, it could be a good movie because tragedy doesn't automatically like add depth.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was in my creative writing class.
Not enough people can make death funny.
That too, but I mean, just in general, like when I was in my creative writing class, when people would turn in their stories, a lot of people just thought that like by making something sad or depressing, like it would automatically be deep and meaningful and well written. But that really wasn't the case. It'd just be shitty, but depressing shitty instead of happy shitty.
Yeah.
But
I think they bring that up in Midnight in Paris when Gertrude Stein is telling Owen Wilson's character that he can't just be so defeatist about life. Like, we're not here to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we're here to get those things and, like, give them a new meaning.
yeah, and to like have something, because it's so much easier to deconstruct than to like build.
The quirky love interest is like the biggest cliche in movies right now, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, with the dyed hair,
Pretty
the
much
hipster music taste.
Well, pretty much anybody that's trying to copy like Zooey Deschanel, basically.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes from like indie movies, but then they took the indie movie thing too far, and now it's everywhere.
And they took tropes from indie movies instead of like some of the spirit behind indie
Yeah,
movies.
exactly. So now they're just like, oh, how can we be the most quirky, like,
independent-minded.
oh, this girl's interesting because she likes this thing you never heard about.
Yeah.
When before it was like,
I think a huge example of that.
Yeah, I think those movies, those
anyway.
are the movement, the indie movie movement from the '90s created hipsters, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah, I think the worst example of that is like Youth in Revolt, where like when Michael Cera's character is like describing the love interest, all he describes is her interest. Like, oh, she likes these like 1920 songs, and she likes French cinema. Like, they don't even describe her as a person, as a human being. It's like a list of things that she likes. Like he's looking at her MySpace page or something, you know?
Yeah, like these like gateway movies that are really good, but unfortunately are leading to more hipsterism. Eternal Sunshine is one of those movies, which unfortunately is like, because Clementine's character, great movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, but Clementine's like that cliche character that everybody's trying to copy. Zooey Deschanel's character from 5 Days of Summer, another character like that. Even though these are all good movies, they're like gateway movies to hipsterism.
And that's bad.
Anyways, that was the episode, guys. Thanks for watching.
Hope you liked it, but we've now officially reached Dave's end.
I like it. Let's keep that.